What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Everyone's having a great day today. So today's video is going to be just a channel update for the month of March. You guys know I do these every month, usually sit down. I'd actually tried to film this on the POV cam, but the camera died. So here we are doing it the old-fashioned way, sit down. So this one's actually rather important. We have a huge bombshell to talk about, and we'll figure out everything, and I'll tell you guys how it all affects the channel and all that stuff right after I get done explaining everything. So, last Thursday, I believe, we got an email from the people who own this house, because we rent this house, that he's wanting to sell the house immediately, and wants us out by the end of April. So, we're pretty much having to pack up and move, as, not quite as fast as we moved here, because that was like a couple of days' notice, but we were able to get that finished up. But this time around is a little bit different because we have a lot more time. We don't really want to leave this house though, which really sucks, but we don't really have a lot of choice here. So what we're doing is we're just, in the process of trying to get out of here. But this affects a lot of things because, mainly with the channel, because obviously it's going to take a lot of my attention because I'm going to have to go through stuff, figure out what I can get rid of and what I can keep, what kind of things, I want to take with me to the new house, and what kind of things I want to get rid of. But, it's going to take a lot of resources from that one. It's going to be, video production is going to have some issues because, obviously, like I said, this is going to take a lot of time out of my day to do all this stuff because, getting stuff packed up, getting stuff moved is a huge hassle. I hate moving a lot, really. It's not really fun. But once we get moved, we'll be able to resume how we're supposed to be. Vlogs will kick back up. And we'll be back to normal. I'll probably have some sort of filler content because people are going to complain about it. During that time frame, during the main moving process, stuff like moving day, the days preceding it, and the setups and stuff like that. When we're getting stuff set up, I'll probably have filler videos, on the channel for you guys to watch. That way, there's still content for you guys to be, entertained by, and while I'm trying to go through, a huge hurdle. And once everything's set back up, we'll be ready to get back into things like normal, and we'll have normal vlogs back up and all that. So yeah, that affects the channel in that regard, but it also affects other stuff, such as the projects for this channel. I've been talking about so many things for months now about all these projects, like the headlight builds, the exhausts, the door handles, this engine build I'm about to embark on, and all that stuff. So it's been a huge hurdle for us to deal with here. And it's going to affect the channel in that regard too, because a lot of you guys know I have a really hard time working on cars myself. Having Asperger's makes it a little bit harder for me to learn how to work on stuff. That's why I don't tend to work on cars alone. I always tend to have at least a friend or my dad with me who tends to take over and do most of the work anyway. In case you guys are always wondering why I don't ever work on my own cars, that's why. It's because of that. I'm a little bit slower, I guess you could say. I know people in the autism community are probably going to hate me for saying that, but that's just how it is. I take a little while longer to learn stuff, and that's fine. That's what happens. I'm not stupid, but, it takes me a little while longer to really get my hand skills going because fine motor skills are non-existent for me. But, anyway, off that topic before I get on my high horse about it, that's why I don't work my own cars. So, the headlights in particular are a huge thing for me because I don't know what I'm doing with that one. The only person I know that can do is my dad, and obviously this move is going to have a lot of his attention as well because he's going to be looking at houses, with my mom and, touring stuff and all that crap. So it's going to be a lot of time off on his hands to deal with all this. So obviously stuff like my headlights are going to be slowed down. I don't feel comfortable drilling out rivets because I don't want to gouge stuff and accidentally drill a hole in my door, so I'd rather my dad be around for that as well. Just all in all, it's a huge mess, and it's going to slow down things a good bit here, and slow down projects and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll still be able to find time to do the headlights before we move, before IA in particular. We don't plan on getting out of here until, late this month or the next month. But the truck is still going to be going in the shop and getting the exhaust done before Import Alliance, because that's going to be, that's been my main thing I wanted to take care of is the exhaust. I didn't want to go in the Flowmaster. My love for the Flowmaster is kind of faded. I'm still very thankful because it was a gift, and I love it. My uncle, killed it with getting it done for me, and I could be more thankful for it, but I'm ready to change things up and get a little bit louder and own the V6. If I'm going to have a V6 truck, I'm going to own it. A lot of people with trucks these days, especially V6 trucks, want to try to sound as close they can to a V8. It's just not possible. So I'd like to, if I'm going to have the V6, I'm going to own the V6. I'm also not going to make it sound like a clapped V6. So, anyway, that's what we're doing there. The truck is still going to be going in the shop here in just a couple weeks to get the exhaust put on, get the links patched up, the valve cover, and the steering rack, so I won't get fussed out about that anymore. And once that's done, we'll go to IA, get moved, and we'll be back back where we are now. So, yeah. Then, of course, the engine build, which is the big elephant in the room, because this is the one I've talked about a lot lately. If you guys haven't seen the videos and talking about why I'm doing this, go check that out. I'm throwing myself to the wolves with this one. This is going to be one that I don't know anything about, but I'm just going to send it because that's what I do. So that's obviously going to be postponed until we get moved, which is unfortunate because I was planning the weekend after IA, getting all my parts together and buying a block, buying an engine stand, getting tools, getting like an impact, all that stuff. Get as prepared as I could be for this. And obviously, I don't want to have to buy all these things and then immediately get started and then immediately have to pack back up and find a way to transport an engine and engine stands and tools galore over. I'd rather have the space figured out at the new house before I get started on everything. Obviously, it should make sense to a lot of you guys while I'm doing that. But that's kind of where we are in that front. I'll talk more about it later because I don't want to keep this video going on for too long. As far as, other stuff, event videos and stuff like that, Caffeine Adamson videos will obviously be there still. I'm planning on going on the April show anyway. I don't know when exactly it is. I was about to say like April 1st or something, but I was like, I don't know. But IA is still a thing. Speaking of IA, I'm probably going to post about it in the owners group on Facebook here soon, probably about a week before, and try to get preparation set to have a Sport Track cruise in. I know there's a couple of you guys on here that either have Sport Tracks or interested or just want to see the truck in person and want to have some sort of cruise in. I'll post about it on Instagram or on Facebook in the owners group for the Sport Track people themselves to see. But if you don't have a Sport Track and want to cruise in, hit me up on Instagram. I'll probably set up some sort of group chat towards the end of as we get closer to IA, instead of a meeting location, times, all that stuff. So that's that. I'll keep you guys updated on that one, but that is something I really want to do, especially for the Sport Track people that are going. I'll probably try to set some sort of cruise in so we can have just the Sport Track group roll in. Because I don't know if Michael's going in the Mazda, and Hayden, I'm not sure is driving, but is going with me. So he will be there. So if you guys want to meet Hayden for some reason too, why not? He's a cool guy. So, I mean, that's why I hang out with him. You guys can do that as well. We'll be, walking around and checking things out and all that stuff. Probably won't be around the truck very often. So if you guys are at IA and take a picture of the truck, be sure to tag me in them because I want to see them. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here so this video doesn't go on for too much longer. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.